Hello everyone, Earthy9 here, and today we're going to be playing Noesis. This is an itch.io horror game. I did spin the wheel to select this game, I just forgot to record it and figured since I already picked Noesis, we might as well play it. According to the description on itch.io, Noesis is a short horror game. You play as a scientist striving to create a mind-reading device, but your work is cancelled at the Institute. In desperation to prove your point, you must finish the device and conduct tests in time. So, let's get the game open and see how it is. I'll play the entire game and then review it, rate it, and give my thoughts at the end, like always. Now that we have Noesis booted up, we're greeted with a really cool main menu that looks like an old school computer. We can't interact with everything, but we can interact with the icons. There's a trash can that you can't do anything with. Like, you can't access the files inside it. Images looks like a woman. Interesting. Exit, I'm not going to test that. The readme is the controls. These settings are the settings. I'll turn the volume down a little bit. We actually have working volume sliders. That's a huge W. And we'll make sure it's 1920 by 1080. Very nice. And then the game itself. That's a really cool cut right into the game. So we're in this office, it looks like, with a camera. That's a little bit ominous. So our goal is to put the TRD1 into the machine. There are notes that we can access. Not sure what any of this means, but that certainly is a lot of reading. If anybody wants to, they can pause and read all these. I'll tell you guys what, I'll actually dub over those in post for you guys. There are 3 notes throughout Noesis, and I'll read them in chronological order for you so that you can understand the lore and backstory. KRONN Research Institute, Notebook, February 1st, 1979. Today is my first day in KRONN. It was as if the sleepless nights on the train had never ended. I only had time to stop by my new apartment to drop off my luggage and went straight to the KRONN Research Institute. A man in a white coat who introduced himself as Professor Harris was waiting for me. We went up to the 7th floor, but before we got to the scientific and practical department, the professor led me through endless corridors, as if deliberately woven to confuse people. There were no windows anywhere except on the 1st floor. I even got the idea that we were not going anywhere, but on the contrary, as we walked along, I noticed cameras patrolling the corridors. It's so weird, I've never seen anything like it. It was like I was on a tour of a prison, not an institute. Professor Harris escorted me to my office, wished me good luck, but did not assign me any tasks, told me to wait for orders from the institute's management. The office turned out to be a marvelous and quite new. Cabinets, large tables and comfortable chairs, and most importantly, a computer of a new model. It should speed up the development of my project. Note number 2, February 4th, 1979. I talked to the Institute's management about the TRD1, asked for a month to finalize the device and test it. I think I made an impression. They said they would think about it. While I have free time, I continue to work on the TRD1. Yesterday at the flea market, I found a small but color screen. It fit perfectly. The irradiation unit was brought yesterday by train. I had to hire a couple of movers to bring it into the office. Luckily, everything's intact. I've refined the emitter, just need to set it up. I'll probably do that tomorrow. All in all, the mind-reading device is almost complete, not much left to do. As for work, nothing new. I can't even talk to any of my colleagues, apparently they are too busy with work. Note number 3, February 7th, 1979. It is the 7th day since my transfer to the KRONN Research Institute. This morning was not a good one. At the meeting, I was met with a cold stare and a short, dry sentence. Your project TRD1, which stands for Thought Reading Device Number 1, does not meet the requirements of the Institute. Afterward, they added with a laugh, young man, the very idea of reading thoughts is nonsense and stupid. Give it up. We'll find a more sensible use for you. My argument and explanation, the fact that the device was almost ready, no one was interested. In the corridor, Professor Harris said that today the lab technicians would come and seize everything related to the TRD1, according to the orders of the Institute's management. I tried to protest, but my words could not break through this mountain of indifference. All developments are the property of the Institute. Property of the Institute, he repeated. I tried to go down to the 1st floor, but the elevator wasn't working. I noticed I'm locked in here. Nonsense. What was I hoping for? I need to get my head together. Knowing how the locals work, they won't start moving until they've had a couple of liters of coffee. You can finish a prototype in an hour or two, not even an hour. I can get it done. All in all, if my calculations are correct, I just need to solder the circuit board from the irradiator, irradiate the device, and I can try scanning. First on the Raven grip, then on myself. I just prepare the code to connect the device to the computer monitor. If it works, I'll show Professor Harris. The events of the game take place shortly after the last note is written. So no need to... Okay, the bird's making noise. Okay, TRD1 is in the machine. Now it's levitating. Solder the computer board. So that is this big old board. Okay. Press the mouse button. Okay, so we're putting some chips on the board. That's good to know. Yep. Just another day's work. This is exactly how soldering works. Okay, and it's done. Okay, so we got the computer. What's our objective? Start the machine. Okay. Close this up.
Attention. Emergency power is on.
What the fuck? Was our machine... Insert the fuse into the electrical box. Okay. There's another note. I'll read that one in post for you guys too. Who is that? Jesus, he scared the fuck out of me. Who are you? Are you supposed to be here? Where does this thing go? I liked this game before it got scary, honestly. I was invested. Now I'm just a little bit scared. Where is the electrical box? I found the break room. Cake! Paint. A really creepy painting. Okay. Oh, there's birdseed in here. Was the fuse box in my room the whole time? What's this say? Where is the fuse box? Was it just in my room and I wasn't even supposed to come out here yet? I really actually didn't look around in my room very much. A clock is ticking. That has me concerned. Where do I put the fuse? Where do I put the fuse? Oh, it probably goes. Ah, the room I didn't go into. I have reason to suspect, by the fact that there wasn't a fuse in there to begin with, that the creepy man had taken the fuse. An optimization jump scare just got me. How do I turn the lights back on? Turn on the lights. Yeah, I'm trying, game. They're the cool lights on the roof. Oh. Ah, there's a puzzle. It's not really that complicated, though. Okay. Yep, that's what I would have did. Makes perfect sense to me. Feed the raven. Okay, at least I know where the food is for the raven. I'm scared that guy's gonna come back, but not too worried about it. This painting certainly is ominous. The ingredients are cereal, wheat, oat, barley, sunflower seed, millet, corn, dried fruit, apples and bananas, nuts, vitamins, and minerals. Everything a growing... Where'd my bird go? Must not have fed him in time. He must have been hungry. Can I open my machine yet? Scan the raven? Do I scan him with the machine? What do I scan the raven with? Oh, there we go. The TRD Toyota. Wow, his memories are wild. Interesting. What monitor do I connect this thing to? This thing? Oh. Okay, good. It said error, but that just means everything's working. Where is the monitor? Is it in a different room? Can I scan the guy inside this room? Nope. Okay. Interesting. That's alright. We'll just close our door again. Scan him one more time. Very strange. Now, that clock is so loud. What monitor do I connect this thing to? Oh, what if I put these over here? Oh, so let me look at the order. Init, set, check, send, send. What is it? Okay. Do I have these backwards now? Oh, there we go. Oh no, what is going on? Somebody's making coffee. I'm sure it's not going to be a jump scare. I'm sure everything is okay. Oh. Theodore. Oh, Professor Harris. What is Harris seeing? The war. Yeah, he's... Oh. Looks like Harris is brain dead. I'll do the review first, and then I'll actually get into my theory of what the story is and what ended up happening. Firstly, for the review, I give the game a 7 out of 10. It would be an 8 out of 10, but the game did crash the first time I played it and had frame issues the first time I played it, but when I played it for the second time and was able to play through fully, we didn't have any of those issues. The gameplay was solid, the sound was concerning and scary, and kind of the clock constantly ticking just kept me always on edge, which it did a really good job of that. Overall, the gameplay and feel of the game was incredible, and having quite a bit of lore really added to the appeal of the game for me. When it comes to my theory about the KRONN Institute and why they wanted to cancel your project, I believe that they knew that the TRD-1 was capable of seeing things, and I think they knew what TRD-1 would see. This is because in the break room there's a painting of the monster that you see inside of the TRD-1 when you scan the Raven, and this follows your room being thrashed, presumably by either the Raven or, in my opinion, the creature itself. The creature trying to stop you from being able to see it, but does this unsuccessfully. I believe that the KRONN Research Institute is doing experiments not in mind reading, but in something else, creating some sort of paranormal monster, and the TRD-1 is capable of seeing that through the minds of people who maybe don't know it's happening elsewhere. And I believe Professor Harris is involved with this, which is why when you scan his mind, you see nothing at all. Either the KRONN Research Institute has wiped his mind of all memory of this monster or of everything entirely, so he's on autopilot, or the monster is in Harris and capable of hiding itself, but cannot hide itself inside of animal minds. I don't know which one of these theories is more right, and honestly I probably will never get any answers, but that's my theory nonetheless, and I find it really cool to have a game that actually lets me craft some theories and really think about it. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, as it means a lot and helps the channel grow. Also, if you're feeling extra supportive, I have set up a Patreon with some benefits where your name would be shown at this part of the video. I'm also working on adding additional benefits, but currently I can't think of anything. But if you have any suggestions for what I should add to the Patreon, please let me know. As always, I've been Nerfy9. You've been fantastic. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and have a great day.